We back with another video, back to react, and we got 10 scary videos you cannot watch without getting scared. Now, how much y'all want to bet I don't get scared? But anyways, we're going to jump right into it. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, we'll jump right into it.
The Queensland Police Service in Australia released this seriously scary video on their Facebook page. Wrapped firmly around this poor person's leg is the last thing anyone wants, a large snake. They seem to be employing some kind of tickling strategy that I doubt is going to make it relax. Wiggling my fingers as fast as possible around a snake seems like a terrible move, but I'm also no snake expert. I am absolutely amazed
Australia?
at how calm the snake remains as the officer puts her hands close to its head and unwraps it from this leg. I was assuming it was domesticated.
Yeah, it gotta
The
be.
officer was later told it was wild. Someone
What?
tell me what kind of snake this was and why it didn't seem to care about being handled for the first time. Maybe it was simply looking for a warm spot to coil up for the night, or maybe it was someone else's escaped pet on the loose.
It gotta be.
A video has gone viral all throughout Indonesia because it's so scary. According to the uploader, Ari Abdul Rohim, a jinn is about to gain possession over an innocent man. An unseen force pulls his foot and then sits him up. It might be acting, but if so, he's really good. He appears to go into a meditative trance to calm himself down.
Bro, this ain't scary. This is creepy. Like, this is cringy. What the hell's wrong with my man?
It appears to work, or maybe the jinn has already moved to new prey. I will admit that this is some of the best evidence
Bro, it's a gin in somewhere, and y'all know it is. Why y'all still all sitting here so peaceful? The door is right there.
I've seen that possessions can be transmitted just by being in the same room. I want to believe they're acting, but it's hard to fake that level of anguish and fear. So either this video is paranormal or a demonstration of how fear is contagious. Mohammed bin Naim has caught a flurry of weird things on camera that I think needs to be more closely examined to see if it's paranormal. He chooses to investigate the slamming door in the room ahead instead of the breaking glass downstairs. It looks like a ghost is slamming the door, but look again. Approximately 29 seconds is when you can see him try to grab the door unseen, but unintentionally showing his hand in the process. He is slamming the door himself, I'm 99% sure. This video, while possibly fake, is important to show because I think it could shed light on the other ghost hunting videos like this. The camera person could be reaching out with their hand and slamming the door, but
Yeah, because why is it never the videos where the camera is set up so they can see the whole room? None of this crazy stuff happens. All of a sudden, glass is breaking, doors are slamming. Bro, that is you. Keep it 1,000.
guess we'll never know for sure. This ghost video is really creepy. A Japanese home has been abandoned long ago.
Hey, do you want to learn how to get a silver play button that YouTube awards you when you reach 100,000 subscribers?
Except for one room where a restless spirit, who remains sequestered. Only a single object in the house is worthy of being haunted by the strange ghost. An old tube TV containing a decades-old curse, which, according to rumor, is waiting to be unleashed upon anyone who looks at it for too long. Ghost hunter Umagataki, despite knowing full well all that has gone wrong for others before him, goes exploring the abandoned house in search of the room to see if the curse is real. In front of the cursed television, he puts down the camera. Caught on tape is a moving shadow that does not belong to him, he later says, because he was sitting in a chair and not moving at the time.
So you
I
say?
believe him because I don't see anyone moving in the reflection of the television.
Yeah, I did. You
the
didn't see that?
shadow. Things get creepier from there. When the shadow appears thrice, a transparent sideways face is there, gleaming eye and all. Either this is CGI or the camera has seen too much, which
Okay.
means so have we.
So wherever the light is, somebody is bringing something across the light every time.
Recovered from WhatsApp begins with an evil laugh and ends with a scream. I'm not sure what they've caught on camera. Some kind of twisted half-torso with a demented laugh, it would seem. The strange form leaves the terrified man screaming, and as
What?
he runs...
Y'all know what that is? I went in my bathroom and told, hey bro, you don't get the hell off my toilet, I'm about to whip your ass.
A chair moves out on his own with no one under the table, and no jump cuts or other editing tricks that I can make out.
Somebody's under the table.
Has no idea what to make of this paranormal evidence, and is asking for help from experts, because he admits he doesn't know much about the other side. He was playing with a Ouija board when he made contact with a ghost who calls itself James. William must have
Oh yeah,
forgotten
see, I ain't
to
playing with no
properly
Ouija
end the
boards and all that though.
ceremony, because ever since then, scary stuff like this happens way too often around his now haunted home.
Just rock it a little bit. Just a little bit.
Obviously, there's no one behind it or near it except for him, but the lighting is a little low, so maybe he was pulling on a piece of string to make it look like a ghost is moving the chair. Weeks later, William tries his best to harness some type of relationship with the spirit, train it if you will. One of the paranormal experiments is called the candle trick, and it involves trying to get James to move the candle around.
One more time.
This is a Smile Direct Club aligner.
Man.
It's how Smile Direct Club safely and gently straightens.
Most objects, when pulled with a string, will glide over the
See, me, I'm
smooth
one of those
surface
people-
of a table. This sounds different.
I don't believe
It's
everything.
being pushed down into the table with some amount of friction.
No way.
William also claims to have been trying to get James to blow the candle out, but I guess that hasn't been caught on video yet. If you're still not sure what to make of this, you're not alone. Sometimes William himself has doubts, but whenever he does, it seems like the ghost has more scary moments to show.
I don't know. Something a little bit.
Is your ear on? Cause your ear on, my boy.
I'm not convinced.
Even assuming the sliding glass door was open, the timing of the wind gust is undeniable. Much like the candle, William says he's not convinced, and then James convinces him.
Oh,
Alright. Keep the whole. Who's on the other side of the door? And if it ain't, y'all can keep the whole house.
Paranormal evidence for last.
I'm getting up out of
This
here.
time he gives James a new object, a bell. He doesn't believe in modern ghost hunting equipment and believes a simpler approach will yield the best results. He rings the bell a few times to show James that it works, and then invites him to do the same.
you did that. Just give me one good ring if you're there. You see that? Is that happening?
Since William asked for help, I'll give my overall analysis. I think videos like this are hard to fake. I've seen a lot of them, and this is probably the most convincing, because I don't know how he could be faking ghost movement from that close. In other words, the bizarre activity is probably real. The self-proclaimed Turkish adventurer, Mr. Hearth, goes on a paranormal exploration of a well-known and powerful jinn who is said to be able to take many
what is a
forms
jinn?
at will, human
I thought that was liquor.
otherwise, or sometimes no form at all. The invisible Jinn opens windows and moves wherever it pleases. When the ghost hunter follows, he sees this at the window.
Well, that's somebody in there with you.
Journey smart.
There's no way you all of a sudden caught the first ghost. Who are you?
With a hideous hiss comes a mysterious figure in the corner. A boy with a curved tongue and dreary eyes. Eyes of the supernatural. The gaze of the Jinn. Then the eyes close and the figure is mysteriously gone. This creepy video was posted on the Chills Narrator subreddit.
Boy, whoever y'all had acting for
It's
y'all
late
is
at
something
night
else.
and something scary is creeping around.
My man sitting there with his tongue all out. Bro, what kind of
Thinks
fake?
this is fake because they would have turned the light on. That's a really good point that I have no counterpoint for.
That boy trying to make a
This
scary
unknown
movie.
creature sighting caught on video isn't real after all. Mr. Mom from the country of Jordan decides to take ghost hunting to the next level and installs a camera in an abandoned house. This is where the Abla is said to haunt, which means crazy older sister. It isn't long before the scary woman is caught on camera doing some really weird things.
Bro, this is wonderful acting.
It looks like it could just be a lone hermit, but then the chair starts scraping along beside her, moving all by itself.
It's a
or so
string
it seems.
attached to her.
Something tells me that it's tied around to a string around her foot. Now that I've said something, I bet you'll notice the object only moves when she does. I've got a challenge for you.
Boy,
Since
I
you've
tell
made it
you.
This far, why not like the
Come on.
heated traffic
I hope the number one is
Hold up
way
to a
better than
red
all the rest.
light. One person, the calmer of the two for sure, already has the camera rolling for future evidence. The angry man approaching is dressed in a sharp suit and barks out a stern order with authority. Some people would think this was a police detective or maybe even FBI and open up. It would have been a big mistake, because what he does next is far from law enforcement protocol. He comes down on the window with a club-like object with a hook on the end. Luckily,
broke it?
the window stays intact. As it turns out, this is not an agent at all, but rather a chauffeur for a private transportation service who has since let him go. As far as I was able to research, no arrest was made by police, and this person was let go. It was surprising in my opinion, but I am no legal expert by any means, and I wanted to get your thoughts about this scary encounter.
Oh, you want to know my thoughts? Man, 2 words, go get you a firearm. Hell, dude walking up to your window with a club. Man, I would have, yeah. Man, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe over here if you do. And we out.